She believes in what she cannot see. She holds on when things get hard. She follows a man who had dust on his sandals and spoke of washing feet. She doesn't bother with what the world thinks of her. She's already been called, chosen. She's made up her mind. They call it unusual. She calls it faith. Hello, my friends. Welcome back. Grab your gloves because we're about to pour some magic. My name is Tammy, and I'm so glad you joined the cast with me today. We are going to do something crazy today. Now, most of you know that in the past, I made 2 I Spy lamps. Well, that's what I call them, my I Spy lamps. And what I do is I take a bunch of my little resin castings and I place them down into one of these lamp molds. And it will fill it up so that you don't have to use that much epoxy resin. But the last 2 ones failed in some kind of way. I know one of them was because the frame had broke and I tried to still use it and it didn't work. And then the other one I think was because I tried to dome the top on one of my tables that wasn't level and it dripped on the side. Yeah, and I was going to sand it and try to fix it, but you know what? I'm not going to fool with those things. I pulled it out and I was looking at it and I was like, oh my word. It would take a lot of work to get that lamp up to par. So, Bond Crafter sent me some of their new deep pour epoxy resin. Here it is. This is part A. And this is part B. This is a 2-to-1. So I have 2 jugs of part A and 1 jug of part B because it's a 2-to-1. Now I don't know about you, but the 2-to-1 epoxy resin systems always confuse me as to how much I need to measure out. So what I do is I pull up one of those resin calculators and I put in 2-to-1 and then it figures up for me how much I need for my project. But we're going to do something even more exciting today. We're not just pouring another lamp. Remember that mold that I made a while back? Right here? It has Bible scriptures on each side of the square. And then in the very top, it has one. It says, "Be strong and courageous," Joshua 1:9. And I think, yeah, the top one is actually, it goes into more depth on the side here. As it's the same scripture as the top, but it goes into more depth. But the other ones are different all the way around. So I thought I should have put a little bit of resin down in there and let it cure first. But I'm going to put my plug down in there. Like that. Because I think we're going to need a hole all the way through if we're going to make it out of a lamp. So, yeah, I think I'm just going to put the plug down in there like this and not put any resin down in there. And if it doesn't turn out, then we'll just do it again. So I want to do this one too. And then we're going to, I bought this frame right here, and we're going to try to make a lampshade for the I Spy lamp. Won't that be fun? Remember I mentioned that in the past? Well, it's been sitting over here on my table. I ordered it, and I look at it every day thinking I need to get that done. So here we are, getting it done, my friend. I do want these pieces right here on top of this lid in here. So that's why I have those sitting on the top of the lid. I think that will be really cute in the I Spy lamp, that cute little duck. There's a few blueberries here, cute little flower, some M&Ms, a cute dinosaur, a little bear, an ice cream cone, a cookie, and then a big ice cream, and then there's a little hat, and there's a fish, and then that lollipop. I know I want those in there because I think they'll be really pretty. But the other pieces, we're going to maybe hand pick a few and then just dump some of them. But there are so many things in here to look at. I mean, tons of stuff. Tons of stuff. Oh, look at that one. But there's some pretty angels. I mean, you name it, it's in there. For my ladies that like to wear makeup, there's a very popular makeup brand. I mean, there's just a bunch of cute, cute, cute things in here. And then in this one as well. You know that's got to go in there. And then I pick out some big pieces too to kind of fill it up. So we're going to put that butterfly in one of them. And then there's my cute little bees. I love that bee mold right there. It is so stinking sweet. Isn't that cute? These are the cutest bees I've ever laid my eyes on. There's another one in here. Let me see what I've done with him. All of the bees are different in that mold. I don't know if anybody else has it, but oh man, it's the cutest mold ever. I don't know where the other little bee is at. I wanted to show you. Oh, there he is. He's down there. There he is. He's like, wee, woohoo. Isn't he cute? And then I have some of my rings in here. Alcohol ink pieces look amazing in these I Spy lamps. Because what happens is that clear resin, somehow it's hard to describe it, but it looks amazing in these I Spy lamps. Anything done in alcohol ink. And I'll show you what I mean when we demold it. Because I have several rings like that's going in here. And several other items like this bird. This was done with Cayman's Kea alcohol ink. But if you have any bubbles in any of your pieces, which I do, they're going to show in your piece. It's just going to happen. I think this is going to look pretty cool in there. So I can't wait to see some of these pieces. I think this one glows in the dark. Nope, it doesn't. I just checked it. It doesn't glow. Our resin calculator says that we need 14 ounces of resin and 7 ounces of hardener to equal 21 ounces. That's how many ounces I'm going to mix up. Because I have a couple of molds that I want to pour extra that's on the side. Okay? So that's why I'm doing 21 ounces. And to be honest, I don't even know if I have enough. So I'm just going to stick with the 21 ounces though. I have 2 containers here. These are 32 ounce containers. Since we're doing 21 ounces total, I went ahead and grabbed these. So we're going to measure out our 7 of the hardener and 14 of the resin, and then we'll put them in the same container and mix them on my Resiners dual head epoxy mixer. I've got part A right here, and we're going to do 14 ounces of part A, and we'll do it right over here. All right. That's 14 of A. Now we got part B. This is our hardener. And we're going to do 7 ounces of it. Now we don't have a 7 that's written out on here, so we'll go right here to the 7. Let me move that one. Move this one where I can see it better. All right. I'm just going to clean off the tops of those. And put my lid back on. Look at the difference in those two. This one right here is like water. See that? And then this one is a little bit thicker, and it's got more micro bubbles in it. It makes sense, you know, since this one's thicker. All right, we're going to add this one to that one. And now we have 21 ounces. And I'm just going to scrape everything I can out of here. And I clean these containers out because I love having the option to use them. I found these at one of those places where Amazon sells their overstock at, but ours closed down where I live at, so we no longer have one. Okay, now we're going to pull this up, and I'm just going to mix it up a little bit, give it a little bit of a stir. Come to think of it, I hope we have enough. It doesn't look like a whole lot, but maybe it's because it's in such a big container. I don't know. Let's hope that we have enough. All right, I'm going to put it under here, close that down, and get to mixing. Let's do this one first. And we don't have to rush because we're using deep pour resin. And that means we have a long time before anything starts to set and cure. That's what I love about using deep pour. We get to take our time. Okay, what do we want facing the top of the lamp? That's what we need to figure out. I poured the pieces in here so we could see them a lot better. So, let's see. Let's go ahead and pour some resin in there. And we'll stop right there. I see something in there. I don't know what it is. But I gotta get it. I gotta get it. I just gotta get it. I don't know what it was. A little brown thing right there. Can you see it? Right there? I'm going to leave that there in case we got to fish something else out. Let's put Hope in there so you can see it. There we go. Put that down in there. Oh, I found Love. And these are done with the chameleon powders. So I think they're going to be beautiful in there. Okay. Now let's put these praying hands. Right there. Let's put that one. Then let's put one of these rings right there. And then this cross. Let's put it where it's going on the side, to, like you could see it from the side. And now I'm going to put this on the side over here. I think that would be pretty. And I'm just going to put that butterfly right there. Let's put a little turtle. I wonder if you'll be able to see that plate because it's done in blue with a bow. Let's try that. I'll put it on the side wall. Maybe. And we'll put that bee right there. I'm going to turn him around. Okay, now I'm just going to start tossing stuff. And I'll put you on a time lapse. We don't have enough to fill this one up. So I'm going to have to mix some more up. But I'm going to go ahead and pour in here. And stick that in. Make sure it's right in the center. And then I'm just going to put what we have left. And I'm going to mix up some more. I'm not going to put any more in there. Alright, I'm going to take this to my pressure pot. And then I'll meet you back and we will work on the lampshade. See you later. We got in some happy mail. Yay! Okay, this bag is pretty big. So, I don't want to rattle it in your ear because it's going to be loud. Maybe I can turn the volume down while I'm editing it. This side and pull it out the top. And there's no slip inside the bag. So I don't know who sent this. I've been getting a lot of that lately. Oh, I know what this is. This was on my Amazon wish list. This is a cute mold. I seen, the reason I put this on my wish list is because I watched a video by Toonpish Crafts. And she created in this mold and it was beautiful. Okay, now that we got all the rattling and stuff out of the way, let me tell you about this. Oh, this is going to be so much fun. You get these right here because when you demold that and turn it over, you see those little spots? Your little containers sit in those. So stinking cute. Stop it. Just stop it. I mean, this is the cutest thing ever. But I was thinking this one right here would be really neat. Instead of putting a plant or a succulent in it, you could make it for someone that, let's say your favorite bank teller, you know, that deposits all of your checks every week. You see her every week. Sometimes you see her more, several times a week. So maybe a good gift for her to put that next to her spot that she sits at every day, and she could put her pen in it. Or maybe she likes plants and you want give it to her with a nice little succulent in it or something. That's where my mind goes with this one. With this one right here, my mind goes in a totally different direction, my friend. I'm thinking, I can just see it right now, creating this, demolding it, and putting little hooks on the back of it so it'll hang on the wall, and making the little cups here sit up. Instead of this away, sit like this, so that when you hang them on the wall, they'll be facing up. And then put some plants in them that climb. You know what I mean? So they can come out of the cup and just fall beautifully. That would be so pretty. Let me know if you think that's a good idea, because that's where my mind goes with this one. Also, if you've seen another person create using these molds, drop it in the comment section below. I'd love to go check their video out and maybe get some inspiration from them too. Thank you so much to whoever sent me this. Please let me know who you are. But if you'd rather not, I understand that too. But if you would like to let me know who you are, your name will go in a little drawing. And we draw a name out of that once every 3 months. And it's just my way to kind of give back. So, yeah. Thank you so much. We're going to use some of the Let's Resin neon powders. I know that some of these powders are transparent looking, so that's what we're going to try. So I got the yellow here, and what I want to do is just test a little bit in a cup. So when I get my colors ready, I'll be right back. these were some of the more transparent colors. So these are the ones that I picked these for. And so I wouldn't forget, the ones that I found were dark, I wrote on the bottle. These were the darker colors. They're right here. They just weren't as transparent as those. So we're using green, pink, blue, and lemon. Just going to put my colors down how I want them. I put those sticks underneath it right there because I didn't want it making its way to the edge. I want it to stay right there. So that's why I put those sticks there. My table's level. See? But it's, when I spritz any alcohol on it, it's going to want to go that way because I see it favoring over there. So that's why I propped it up. All right. I'll meet you back when it's time to lay our sheet over it that I made. I'm excited to see how that's going to turn out. I just made it. See you later. I poured this again. I don't know what it's going to look like, so let's demold it. Oh, that looks a lot better. Oh, I got a bubble. And one here. Oh, pooey. We're going to try to lift this out of here. Get my gloves on. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we're going to try. It may be too soon. I'll set that right there just in case I get it out. All right. Well, we definitely got that to go on. Got that imprint on there. But we got a few little bubbles. I wonder what we should do. Yeah, we're going to have to get it off of here. It's time. I don't know what we're going to do about those bubbles, though. See them? And then look at that right there. I don't know. It's a little bit longer on this side than it is this side. I can't stretch it neither. Goodness. We're going to leave that just like that and see what happens. Let's get these out. I'm super excited to see what they're going to look like. It looks like we're going to have to put maybe, yeah, we're going to have to put a dome on the top there. On both of them, because as the resin settled and cured, we lost some on the top, which is normal, you know, because as resin cures, it shrinks a little bit. So everything looks pretty good from the top. All right. Here's our little piece that I put on that cup. Looks like a hat, some kind of crazy funky hat, doesn't it? It's got holes in it and a tear. My, my, my. I don't know what we could use that for. Okay. I don't want to take the frame off of this because I'm scared I'm going to break it. And if I break it, I won't have it anymore. I broke the last one. Remember? Oh. Woohoo, I got it. And some resin seeped down off of the top onto the sides. So I think it's resin together now. Okay, let's get it out and see what we got. This lamp is for a giveaway that we were supposed to do a long time ago. But things kept happening. Situations got worse. Okay. Let's check it out. It's very clear. Very clear. But what I noticed, and it's not a big deal. I mean, not for our lamp, but for people that might want to sell something like this, the only thing I would do differently, and like I said, it's not bad. I mean, y'all can see I'm going around it. Let's go around it slow. Let me see if you can tell what I'm talking about before I even call it out. It's not on this side anyway. Here we go. Look, there's the pink gingerbread. You can't see the bite taken out of her, though. There's the Barbie. Look at the glitter on the bottom of that boot. It's just a dancing around. That's not glitter. Is that glitter? What did I put on that boot? I can't remember what I put on it. I don't think it's glitter, though. Look at the angel. She looks gorgeous there, doesn't she? You can see her from the top. Look at her from the side. That is awesome. Wow. Okay, now let's talk about what I was going around so slow for. The only thing I would do different. Do you see this right here? That's because I put too many pieces into the mold and they was bulging out. So don't stuff your piece, because that's what's happening. And we got it a few places, but like I said, it's not bad. This is the best turnout we've had. Where'd the other ones go? Right here. See right there? And you can feel that Barbie indention a little bit. It's hard to describe, but you can just kind of feel it a little bit. I don't know, because it's sitting right up against the mold there. And then this butterfly is kind of just a tad bit coming out. But can we talk about how clear this thing is? Wow. This is amazing. It turned out beautiful. Look at the alcohol ink pieces. Look at it from the side. Isn't that crazy? There's a makeup brush, a starfish. There's the word sexy. I didn't mean to get that in the view. I just chunked it in, I promise. I wasn't trying to be no kind of way there. There's the cat. There's the cross. There's that turtle, shaker turtle, that don't have a top. Radio. There's some bells. There's our bee. I don't know what that is. What is that? I can't make that out. There's a hat, a butterfly, a heart. Oh, what is that? Oh, that's a car. That's a car. It's done in alcohol ink. Look how cool. That's a piece of candy. That's a paw print. A cat or a dog print. Look at this turtle right here. Isn't he beautiful? He's done in purple alcohol ink. And he has Laura's pink pearls on his back. They look like little flying saucers. Look how beautiful that is in resin. Those little pink pearls. There's an M&M, a dinosaur, lips. The cherries fell off of the lips. I was trying to keep those cherries on the lips and it fell off. Man, this thing's got tons of stuff to look at. Just tons of stuff. There's praying hands, love, a turtle, a bow, butterfly, flower, heart. And that's like a heart bouquet. Man, there's a dolphin, the letter K. There's tons of stuff. There's a cat. There's a cat head. Wow. There's a cookie. Now this turned out really pretty. But we don't have a lampshade for it. Here is the lamp part of it. You'll take this and go through here. And then put your light in there. And we have the base for it already. Remember, we made that already and I kept it. So I didn't have to make it again. Remember? So there's our base. And it has this little ditch right here. And that's where you run the light out at. So it sits nice, flat, and flush on the base. So now we have our lamp. It is ready for the giveaway, my friends. Well, not yet. I'm gonna put a dome on here and sand that down a little bit because it could cut you. And I don't want that to happen. So I'm gonna sand that down, that top there, and put a top coat over it. I promise it's not gonna roll off the edge. Well, I'm not gonna say that because then something will happen to it. I'm just gonna say it'll be ready in no time. So now we've got that. I think it turned out beautiful. So everyone that's entered into that giveaway will be having it soon. I have my list for this already. That lamp's beautiful. I'm looking at it sitting over there on my table from over here. My friends, the camera does no justice for that lamp. It's absolutely gorgeous. So whoever wins that is going to have a very nice lamp. Very unique lamp. And I'm going to put one of my name tags in the bottom. Alright, let's get this one out. Now I know this one's going to be matte, so don't be shocked when it comes out. It is going to be matte. Okay, let's see here. I can get this one out because I can't roll it down. Let's get this center out first. Okay. Oh, wow, I think it gave me a... No, not all the way around. But it gave me a little bit of a shell on the top. Okay, let's see. I wonder if I could roll that down like I did the other one. No, that won't work. Let's just walk it out. Oh, that's easy. It's coming out very easy. I don't know why I was making it so hard. Wow, that is pretty. We got to fill in the letters, the scriptures. This one says, God is our refuge and strength, an ever-present help in trouble. Psalms 46:1. Sorry, I was had a something come up my throat. I had to pause a minute. Be strong and courageous. Do not be terrified. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Joshua 1:9. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand. Ephesians 6:11. Don't be afraid, for I am with you, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. Isaiah 41:10. Beautiful, beautiful. And the top just says, be strong and courageous, Joshua 1:9, which I'm gonna lose that. I'm thinking. I think I'm gonna go ahead and just cut that whole top out. And I don't know. Now that I'm looking at it, I wish I would have poured a little bit of resin in the top. I wonder if I can fix that. I bet I can. And I'll let you know how it goes. Went and got a bulb so we could look at it. And then this, I think, goes on there. Yeah, like that. But where does that other little bracket go? This one right here. Where does this go? But could y'all picture this with a cute little lampshade on the top? It won't be that lampshade, but won't that be cute? That's the cutest little lamp. Cutest little lamp. I'm going to pull this lamp shade thing up on my phone right quick and see. Maybe I ordered the wrong thing. My brain was going for a lampshade, but Tammy's creativity took over, and I said, nah, let's make a neon sea creature and figure the rest out later. I definitely got to figure it out. This ugly blob will make it on my wall. Let me take a walk with you through my mind. I see a psychedelic jellyfish that got lost on its way to a rave. What do you see? That's what I see. I poured extra deep pour resin so I could see what my new mold looks like. Would y'all like to check it out with me? Let's see here. And I didn't want to stir no mica up in it or anything. So I just dropped in some alcohol ink. I might have to put a little bit of silicone oil in here. I shouldn't have to, though. It should just come out. I think it's coming out. It's not hard to get out. It shouldn't be. I mean, I've never poured it before, but it shouldn't be hard to come out. I even put some of the white. I used pom-pom. The octopus ink pom-pom. Oh, wow. That looks amazing. Look how that turned out. It looks like a beach wave, like a rock next to a beach. That is amazing. I absolutely love it. You could put all kinds of pieces on that. Oh, I love this stand so much. Super cute, super cute, super cute. So much detail in it too. It's just gorgeous. And I'll have some of these molds in my shop for anyone that's interested in snagging this stand right here. I think it's very unique and very, very beautiful. And there's the mold. And it was real easy to come out. You just walk yourself around the mold, release it from the edge, and poof, it comes right out. We have reached the end, my friends, and don't forget, if you didn't make it in this giveaway for the I Spy lamp, don't worry, because there will be another one when I get my bucket full again, we'll do another I Spy lamp. And I have several molds in different shapes, and we'll do a different shape lamp next time. And you can squeeze on in that giveaway if you didn't make it in this one. So no worries there. And I don't know about our lampshade. I'm going to do a little bit more research behind the scenes and see what I can come up with. This one may not get a lampshade. I don't know, my friends. I'm going to see what I can do, what I can come up with, how I can shape it, all that good stuff, and I'll let you know either or. And if you're interested in grabbing one of my molds for this stand right here, just be on the lookout. Maybe a week or two, I might put 2 in there and see how they go. You never know. Some of my molds take off and I sell a bunch of them, and some of them just sit there. So I'm just going to maybe place 2 in there and see how they do. I think it's absolutely adorable. And it's about that time, my friends, for a sweet goodbye. And I will see you in the next video. God bless you. Goodbye, my friends.